This is affect directly us. Everything is going up. And we have the reason that. Remember 2 years ago? The price of gas was $2. Now we have to pay $6, $7, $5. We have to change the thing. The responsibility is the people. You guys have to take action. Don't expect any other person is going to do the work for you. You have to fight for your family, fight for your own survival. Now we have in our hands one war, you know, that can't start any movement over there. Just because these idiots, they want to impose their way of thinking. New generation and everybody, we have to wake up. We don't have to be enslaved with these people anymore. Stand up like the founder father of this country did. Stand up. We, in this country, made possible to fly. We invent the airplane. We invent the computer. We create a lot of richness across the planet. The Constitution, the first president in the whole planet. We have to preserve those things because most of the democracies that are happening around the planet is being in the image of this country, in the image of this Constitution. Wake up! This is a threat for everybody. You don't have any future. You don't have standing up now. You don't have any possibility that you kids have a same education, that you kids have a future. Because every moment these people who manipulate everything tell us that we don't have enough. We have enough of everything. The problem is these people that want to get everything for themselves only. Wake up, America, wake up! Nobody's going to do the work for you.
Shut down. She watches Jimmy during independent ones. I told her how Diane was on Jimmy. Yeah. That's just Diane. U.S. out of Syria! U.S. out of Syria! U.S. out of Syria! 1, 2, 3, 4. No more money for the war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop it now before it's too late. 1, 2, 3, 4. No more money for the war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop it now before it's too late. U.S. out of Syria! 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 U.S. out of Syria!
The war in Ukraine did not begin 1 year ago. It began 9 years ago when the United States spent $5 billion to overthrow the elected government of Ukraine and install a puppet government, which immediately began a huge campaign of ethnic cleansing against people in the eastern part of Ukraine. They killed 14,000 of their own people before Russia entered the war. The idea that the Ukrainian war is about democracy, freedom, yada yada yada, is completely false and idiotic. Tomorrow we'll see the national rally in Washington, D.C. with participation from a wide variety of different organizations. The People's Party, the Libertarian Party, the Green Party, all kinds of different organizations who have many differences, but they're all united in the idea that we must stop the policy of the United States, which is to make war on the rest of the world, to make war on any country that refuses to shine our shoes. Earlier this month, Seymour Hersh, probably the world's most famous investigative journalist, published a devastating expose on the Biden administration's role in blowing up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which of course they tried to blame on Russia, like Russia was going to blow up their own pipeline. That makes plenty of sense. This should be a huge scandal. It should be front page news in every American newspaper. and yet it's not. It's being silenced. Instead, they want us to think about the threat posed by weather balloons. And we're going to have to make a lot of noise to get our fellow citizens to wake up and realize how, to what extent they're being manipulated by this unceasing propaganda, war propaganda, coming from Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, every major news organization in the United States is mindlessly repeating propaganda which is so obviously false that it's ridiculous, and yet people believe it because they hear it so frequently. We've got to break this controlled environment. This rally today, the national rally tomorrow, other rallies which are being held all over the country will be an important factor in breaking this propaganda. By the same token, the United States is making war against Syria. We're occupying the part of their country that produces oil and wheat. We're stealing their oil and wheat. We have sanctions on them which are sadistic, which are intended to crush the spirit of their people, but it's not working. And the United States, which at one time was regarded with respect and love by the rest of the world, I'm talking about under Franklin Roosevelt, is now feared and despised. We can change that if we change the policies coming from, unfortunately, both of our major political parties. Those political parties are an embarrassment. And we have to make it clear that we're no longer going to mindlessly vote for the lesser of evils. We will no longer vote for any kind of evils.
It's so good to see everybody here today. Lots of different groups, lots of different minds. But we are here to stop war. We're here to stop war in Ukraine. But Ukraine is not, it's a proxy war. It's a war of the billionaire class of Wall Street and on London, and they're threatening the livelihoods of everybody on the planet. If we don't stand up for Syria, if we don't stand up for Ukraine, as in ending the war in Ukraine, then we can't even stand up for ourselves. So it's great to see everybody here. And the Schiller Institute with Helga Sepp-LaRouche has laid out a plan to actually implement an anti-war policy. We need physical economic development. The major global international financial crisis is what's actually driving this war. So we need a plan to redevelop the poverty-stricken places of the world, and I mean places like here in LA. So take a look around. If you find that you don't live in the place that you used to live in, or that you want to live in, then take a look at Helga Sepp's international movement for new security and economic development. That means we need a war on poverty, not on people. We need a medical system that actually makes sense. Not something where they're protecting the private insurance companies, but where we have a standard where human life comes first, not money. Human life. And you need a money system that makes that happen. So how are we going to have a money system that makes that happen? You need to have a regulated banking system that is directed to putting Americans to work and to allow other countries to put their people to work. And not just to, hand out so we want to put people around the world to work so they can build the physical assets of of their own countries. This is an anti-inflation policy that is the basis of the international peace. The 10 principles, the SchillerInstitute.com, check it out. Thanks, guys.
On behalf of Arab Americans for Syria, I would like to thank everybody of you. I would like to thank your support and steadfastness trying to stop the aggression on our people in Syria and other places. A devastating 7.7 earthquake struck Turkey and Syria in the early hours of February 6th. It was followed by several aftershocks, killing thousands and injuring many more in the region. The Syrian Arab Red Crescent
is assisting affected people by distributing food, household items, and shelter, support, and cash aid. Thousands of people were killed, and thousands are still trapped under rubble. And tens of thousands are homeless now. Syria is in a great need of help. The Syrian government are trying to save lives and help affected victims. Syrians are deprived from their right to get help from abroad. It is a human right. It's a human right in times of disasters. But the United States administration is blocking everything, holding the sword of Caesar's Act against Syria. Sanctions are inhumane.
Yes.
Sanctions is a mass murder and a war crime. We want to live in peace and forget all bad